Hello and welcome to Lifetime in Court, the show where we break down your favorite made-for-TV movies one bottle at a time. I am your host, Patrick Serrano, and today we are talking about His Fatal Fixation. His Fatal Fixation stars Robin Dunne, Sarah Fisher, and Stephane Garneau. I don't know how to say this. It's French, I think. Stephane, this guy. On the show, we either pour it up, which means yes, or put a cork in it, which means no thank you. What are we going to do to this movie? We are going to put a cork in it. If you haven't seen the movie, you're going to want to go ahead and pause right now and come on back because I'm about to do a quick recap of the film starting now. The movie starts off with a self-obsessed physician's assistant named Lily.
You ain't going to say that pretty forever.
Of course she will.
Thank you, Dr. Benson.
She's not the only one who's obsessed with her. She has a stalker named Spencer, and he crashes a date she's on. The hunky man is unbothered by Spencer, and they go back to her apartment for some pizza and wine. The pizza delivery man is Spencer, and he kills Jason and scars Lily's face by throwing her through a glass door, or a mirror, or something glass. She pushes him off the balcony to his death. And that is how the movie starts. Lily moves to a new town and is in therapy to deal with her depression over her attack and her face scar. She renames herself Stella and is starting over. Stella meets a plastic surgeon named Dr. Michael Marlin, and he promises to fix her face. Stella is thrilled with the results and takes a position as a PA in his office. She does very important things like help a child with a cleft lip or a kid with a band-aid on their face. And she helps a burn victim or an actor wrapped in gauze. Stella covers for a woman named Joyce while she is out for surgery. She researches Dr. Michael and learns that he has a wife named Claire. Claire is very unimpressed with Stella and tells her as much in a bitchy monologue.
Wow, it's the first I've heard about you. But then again, I'd keep you all to myself if I were him too. I mean, we all have it for him. That's why I married him. After all, I'm not just the wife. I'm also a client.
That doesn't stop Stella from sleeping with him and telling him about her stalker. The next day, when lilies are delivered to her house, Stella freaks out on Dr. Michael. Then, Claire's brakes go out as she's driving, and she almost dies in a car accident. Everyone Dr. Michael works with dies or ends up in the hospital. There is no explanation given as to why this happens. So, moving on. The bandages come off of the burn victim or the actor wrapped in gauze, and it turns out to be Spencer. Lily is horrified. The movie implies that Stella could be hallucinating and making up the whole thing in her head. That would have been an interesting twist, but the movie doesn't follow that path. Instead, Spencer holds Lily/Stella and Dr. Michael hostage. Lily tells Spencer that she can't live without him and pretends to be in love with him. She syringes him in the neck. Then, a fight scene happens, and Dr. Michael shoots Spencer dead. For real this time. Lily leaves Dr. Michael and Claire to work out their relationship, and she starts dating her building manager or something. And that is His Fatal Fixation. What's crazy about His Fatal Fixation is that it got so many things right, but it also got so many things wrong. Start off with a bang with that crazy sequence where the pizza delivery guy comes and gets Lily and kills the boyfriend. I was like, what am I watching? Is this the end of the movie? Then she has a crazy scar on her face and she's like really low self-esteem, like not a good look. And the protagonist character, I'm just like, whatever, you're shallow. I'm in the deep end, watching You get the point. They set up this whole thing about Lily's character / Stella being like mentally unstable and maybe she kind of did the whole thing herself. I really like that direction. And they pulled the rug out from under you at the end. And Steven is still the bad guy and she wasn't actually envisioning it all in her mind, which would have been a much cooler ending. Now it is time for the Minority Report, the segment where we talk about representation and why it matters in TV movies. There was only one black character in the movie, and she died. Joyce, the physician's assistant. If you're going to have a character who is going to be a POC, maybe don't kill them. It is something that happens all the time in movies to underrepresented characters. They are often killed off. Look up any movie featuring a lesbian. Good night. That being said, Tanya Teresa was pretty awesome. I think she definitely should get some more featured roles in Lifetime, and maybe Hallmark. I mean, she really could pull that off. And that wraps up this episode. Don't forget to check out our podcast wherever you get your podcasts called Lifetime on Court, and check out our website, lifetimeoncourt.com. You can follow me at Patrick Miguel or the show at Lifetime on Court. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the like button. We watch these movies so you don't have to, but if you do, we'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below, tell us what movie we should review, or just say hi. Okay, I think that's it. Goodbye!